fact win the search and destroy because we brought up some of our concerns that we had going into that one. How are they going to do without Fizzerp locking down that B bomb site? Well, the first two bans that we see here are going to be targeting those first perks, Overclock as well as the Afterburner. They both go out of the game.
Fantastic choice again to ban the Afterburner against Elevate. Typically on a map like this, you see Nagafen try to make a play happen towards that back alley area. Also, Elevate major fans of hitting those Afterburner, not required, but you want to have Afterburner to try to hit those throws from Middle Street, the one from outside Brick's window over the barn, or from L Wall over Granny's. Afterburner only makes that easier and easier. Taking that down right away. Heads up pick from H2K.
Yeah, also slows down Elevate. These are guys that like to play at a fast pace. They love to utilize the wall runs and traverse the map with that Afterburner perk, so it definitely will affect them a little bit. Sentex gets taken out by Felony. Stock yet to be targeted. Some things that are still in. Camo might get banned out. Shiva still in. A lot of different things that these guys can ban, and I think they're just trying to feel each other out. There goes the Shiva from Pacento. Is Fears going to finish things off with Camo here?
We'll have to see what he wants to go with. No, does get rid of the HCXD. Nice decision from him to take that one off the table. Now into the specialist draft. Lacefield and Aqua up first. Aqua does go with the Scythe. Lacefield, what does he choose to go with? Heatwave will be his specialist of choice.
Yeah, I think it'll probably be like a 3-1 split going into this one. You got Camo, you got Heatwave, you got Kinetic, all those abilities in the game, and Camo is just. We were talking about it yesterday, right? How I think whenever Camo makes it through, you got to have some EMP classes. Whenever you're worried about that guy popping Camo and going in for a dunk, toss out that EMP, allow yourself to actually see him, and hopefully you could take him down before he gets a dunk.
We've seen a lot of teams so far throughout this stage too using EMPs to take down the likes of the kinetic armor. Definitely a little bit more often. I can think of 5 or 6 scenarios so far just in the last day where we've seen that be used as a tactic to get a player off that specialist. Nothing too crazy in the specialist draft though. Yeah. Pretty standard stuff from these teams. What I do like from H2K is they're more than happy with making the play call of, you know what, we're going to go with 3 lethal specialists this game and maybe sacrifice taking one of those abilities to have more of maybe a kill element on the map with their specialists versus some games they're more than happy with going 3-4 abilities. They're one of the teams that you see go with the 3-1 setup on either side a little bit more often.
And it's always fun to have that conversation. Which has more of an impact on the game? Is it some of these abilities? Is it some of the weapons you're able to earn? And you know, we see big plays made with both of them. I mean, what do you think? What are your thoughts on it? What would you rather have? Would you rather have more abilities, or would you rather have like more weapons?
So for me, it comes down to really the specialist draft and the ban and protect, right? Okay. So you go to the ban and protect.
Let's assume everything makes it through.
Everything makes it through. I go with the 3 abilities. Okay. Definitely 3 abilities. Bigger fan of that one. More opportunities for use, and also we've seen how those can have just a bigger impact in the game. Yeah. But now on the other side of things, if you recognize that a big way of your play style is going to wind up being earning those lethal specialists, using them as a means of kind of forcing a score, right? How many times have you seen half starts, 3 lethal specialists are used, and they get at least 1 dunk in or potential of a rally? On a map like this, you can definitely see it happen. You pop Scythe, you force them spawning back alley off of a start. You also have maybe a Tempest out there as well. Great. Very easy to get those first kills and then force the opponents to get spawned in a disadvantageous position. So here's a look at the map. Obviously looking forward to seeing those tosses towards that blue portal in back barn. Trying to hit that wall run from Middle Street without Afterburner going to be a little bit tougher on this map.
Yeah, you know, smoke grenades make it through, so it can give you some cover. But going back to the specialist, the way I like to approach it is I think the specialist weapons are better at starting plays and getting things going, like you're fighting back from spawn, or you take out the Annihilator and you make some kills, allow your teammate to push out. I think the abilities are better at forcing plays to happen. You know, you got kinetic armor, okay, now I could push through this doorway. I have heat wave, okay, now I could fight in this area in this close quarter engagement where there might be multiple enemies.
Oh, definitely. On a map like this as well, we saw in the Uplink game just earlier on with 100 Thieves in their matchup, how important it was to get control of some advantageous positions in the opposing team's base. It was Happy from Cloud9 all the way in the back rock area. Look to see how impactful the ARs can be on this map. To bring you game number 3, it's going to be Fringe, Uplink, Maven, and Mr. X. Take it away.
Oh, great stuff as always from Benson and Revan. Love hearing them break everything down, but now series tied 1-1.
You're great.
We're getting ready to go into game 3 here. Uplink on Fringe. Who do you give the advantage to here and why?
I got to say Elevate. I mean, playing with a fill-in, it's kind of hard to win an Uplink, obviously, against a team that, you know, obviously Elevate's a pretty talented Uplink team. I want to see how they bounce back after that loss, though. I think they got to be a little bit shocked that they lose the S&D. This is one I think Elevate probably came into today thinking they would get a 3-0.
Yeah, I mean, that makes sense to me, right? With the way I think you'd see these two teams matching up, let's say, towards the end of Stage 1, absolutely. But this is an H2K teams where we've seen flashes of brilliance at times throughout the course of this. Let's go a little bit closer maybe to mid-map here. We see him holding off tracks, but getting up and aggressive. With the one burst in the melee is Vicento. He's going to open things up for his side. Getting into Barnes going to be Aqua here with Drone trying to wrap around the back. See if he can get off the toss just in the nick of time. He'll give a 1-0 lead for Elevate.
No, the guys on H2K have to be careful to not let Elevate get to that back rock position. We saw Cloud9 do it. Happy specifically, he was able to get back there and really cause some chaos. And you see Remy, he's going to get in over by Barney. He's able to pick up 2 Easy Aqua with 1 in the kill feed as well. It's going to be Nagafin. Oh, there's one guy who just spawned up right in front of him. That's going to be Lacefield.
If he hit that ledge boost he went for, do you think he would have been able to get off a one-pointer? Because I thought he tried to hit that box and maybe skip forward.
That guy would have killed him. Yeah, that guy spawned right in the back left. Now, the rest of his teammates spawn up in back alley. Lacefield gets blessed there for a few seconds, and now he's able to take out Nagafin. And now the drone going down the opposite side of the map. It's going to be legal with it in hand. His teammates drop in front of him, so he's going to have no play with this.
Tried to switch to those lead blockers, but they got decimated as they try to push out of 10. I mean, you see how hard it is to push out there in every game mode. Whether you're talking about CTF, Hardpoint, any respawn, not an easy area to fly through. They're going to try to wrap it the other side. Ring around the rosy here, coming from Legal. As he has no idea where to go. He's like, I tried, Ali. I tried it. You guys didn't cover me.
All his teammates are dropping. There's nowhere
tracks.
He can go.
I'm trying to go back middle. Can you guys just pick up a single kill on the damn map so I can try and get forward with this drone?
Yeah, I mean, he needs his teammates to pick up a few kills. He's going to be able to throw the drone for yards. He's going to get 1, but
Legal's 1 in 3 because he hasn't had a chance to even get involved in the action for the past 60 seconds.
It felt like he held the drone for, a solid minute right there. You see Remy's going to actually take out Fierce in the back of the H2K base. Drone's going to fall, and it's actually going to be Legal picking up 2 huge kills. That is one where he thought Elevate probably could have went in, gotten at least a 1-point play, and Remy has barn control. He's just waiting for his teammates to push up towards that mid-map.
Well, it makes it difficult for anyone to push too far. You saw someone spawn back alley. What did they do? That was Legal. He had to wrap straight back, and the reason he had to is they know someone's in barn. You can't push forward. You can't get too aggressive, and you only have to clear out your base first. They do get it cleared out. Now the push is going to come. There's one player here by L that's going to be able to slow this down. That's going to be Nagafin with the Man of War. He's going to get obliterated. This is going to open things up for Legal and crew. Legal, no luck throughout the first couple of minutes when it came to plays with the drone. Now he's got a chance. He has Lacefield out front. He's picking up 1, sees a couple players, goes for the toss-up over Grandma's, and that's going off the silo, not able to sink it through.
Basically lands right under the feet of one of the Elevate players, I believe. That is Aqua. So Aqua's going to be able to pick it up now. He's going to have 2 teammates in front of him trying to go down tracks, and Nagafin going to be able to take Fears out. That's great timing. I'm surprised they don't just toss him the drone now with that active camo, try and let him make a play.
Well, the tough part is he has the 4 streak as well, so you might want to get him the dunk here. He'll be very, very close to streaks if he can flush this through. I don't even know if he has to use the camo. His teammates are picking up the kills. Now he's 100 off. I would think about using the camo now to guarantee yourself the kill. You want to get this one, just pop the camo, get that kill.
Yeah, that's one where I definitely would have said use the camo to be able to get it. And Vicento actually gets a double blowing up the car. Aqua's going to be able to get 1. That last player fell in a huge gunfight right there. Last one up for H2K.
Because you get, not only do you get streaks, but if you can pick up 1 or 2 kills there, you also keep that lane going for your team to get forward with the drone. I'm not a professional player, but I don't understand exactly the non-use of the camo there. Seemed to be a pretty good chance to get some points through.
I agree with you, Maven. I would have actually opted to pop the camo there. You're going to see Vicento come all the way down track, able to pick up 2 with the L car. You're going to have fly over the top, take him out. Now it's going to be H2K trying to work down tracks.
And poor Legal's by himself again.
Yep. Illegal pops his camo there as well. So burns that camo. He gets taken out. It's going to be Elevate up 3-0 here. About a minute to go in the first half. Like to see if they can put some more points on the board. It's Vicento able to get 1. This should at least be
his camo might end up being dunk. So at least he's going to get 2 points with this camo. Yeah. The only reason I wanted to see it used earlier is because I thought it could have kept the rally going, really. Yeah, and also got the streaks.
It could have led to 2-3 scores if he had used it the first time. You never know.
They had that back alley spawn, or at least kind of that alley truck spawn. Could have pushed that out even further, but can't guarantee he would have killed all those players, obviously. watching Felony. He's going to use Kinetic here, see if they can get some points on the board in the final 30 seconds. He's got 1. He's got 2. The player rotating back is going to be Cento. He's going to have to try and shut this down. We'll see if the drone's going to come through. Do they get the dump? Weak, but not dead. He's able to put it through, so they get a couple points on the board in the closing seconds. Can they add to this? Maybe a 1-point shot here. Buzzer beater for Legal. If he can get around the corner, he tossed it forward. There was one more person there, I thought, in the back. That was Lacefield. Lacefield gets it off just in time.
Play. That was a fantastic play by Legal. He's dying. He knows there's a teammate back there. Obviously can't use the fast pass feature because doesn't see his teammate on his screen, but just throws the drone a little bit further for yards. And I thought they ended up, they thought they were going to get for 2-point play there, but Lacefield settles for the 1. And nice end to that first half for H2K.
Well, yeah. I mean, all of your points came in the final 30, right? The final 30 seconds, you got all 3 of your points.
Like it was 40 seconds, yeah.
So that's pretty impressive way to close out the map. And at the same time, it's a little bit scary because for the most part, you got pounded, playing off your back foot, or you had Legal running around the drone just trying to find a lane to push without much success. We'll see how the opening goes in this second side of action. It's Vicento watching backtracks. He's going to drop with Nagath. Remy, 5 and 14, all of a sudden finding himself all alone. Can he pick up a few kills to slow this down? The answer is no, and now it's Felony coming forward here through Barn. Can't get in the back. Is there anyone else here to close this down? Sight, not scared. It's Nagath trying to wallbang with the RK5, but the toss does get off, and that's 1 more point on the board. So that's 4 uncontested now for H2K after trailing 5-0.
Yeah, they're starting to put some good pressure on the Elevate squad. You see Felony coming through tracks. Actually, going to be Fears. It's going to be Nogfin getting an assist there, and Felony coming through small door. He's over there as well. Remy's able to clean him up. So now Elevate is going to try and put some pressure on that mid-map, and see Legal doing a great job locking it down with the Man of War.
Well, let's go back to Felony. Let's watch him through a spawn here, because he is 22 and 13, massively outslaying everyone in the lobby right now. Let's see how he plays this. Looks like his duty is going to be checking this track side, making sure he can maintain it. He's going to see 2 players here. He knows there's one mid, going to soar forward. Nothing going for him, as he will ultimately end up dropping. Now it's Fierce working on mid control. Gets 1. Tries the wall bang a second. Tagged up, but not able to get the kill. Teammates just trying to push forward with him right now. But that person dying in the back as Remy gets the kill on Lacefield. That's going to open things up entirely. The movement there, brilliant, as he hits L so quickly, so hard, able to get a second, but it's still going to be H2K in control. Can they get the 1 pointer to tie things up here, Matt?
Yeah, looks like Legal's going to reset his armor, and he's going to have some teammate support trying to go all the way around Barn. It looks like he's going to try and settle for that 1-point play, and he's not going to hit it. That would have been huge. Ties the game up, but it's a Lacefield able to get 2.
Where's the spawn
wave
come?
As well.
Where's the spawn come? Back alley.
He's going to pop his heat wave for whatever reason.
Oh, he heat waved the hell out of that barn.
Yeah, that was quite odd. Maybe he thought somebody was going to fly out the window and challenge him.
I think that was the play, but all he ended up doing was
wasting his heat.
That these buildings are impenetrable to fire.
It's very point. I mean, we see the purifier heat them up all the time.
Yeah.
You didn't figure it out by now, but
you should be able to burn these buildings down.
That would definitely change the meta, I could imagine. If you were able to just
thermites everywhere.
Thermites just took out the entire barn. As you see, the drone going to go for another 1-point play. It's not going to go down. Remy's going to throw that one out. Not Elevate. Not looking good in the second half, man. You got to figure H2K is eventually going to break their setup. You see 3 down there now. You figure they're going to turn one of these into points. It's going to be Vicento picking up a big kill, though, not letting that drone get into Barn.
Well, what's been amazing about this is we're about 3 minutes in, and this is, I guess, almost exactly what we saw on the other side, at least through the first couple of minutes, right? When it was Elevate pushing towards Barn, they had complete and utter control. They were able to turn it into a lot of points. It's been complete control for H2K. They just haven't really turned it into many points on this side.
No, and Legal actually, it's Remy bringing it over towards Otto, and it's going to be Legal picking up a 2-piece. He's going to throw this one directly in front of him.
There's a man next to you!
He's just trying to stay alive. I don't think he's trying to plan anything there. It's going to be Lacefield going for a 1-point play. He misses as well. Now Fears picks up 2. He gets shot from behind, and
they need to change their clan tag in front to Shaq.
What?
Because they're not hitting any free throws.
That was, I know.
They're not hitting any at all.
I usually give you some credit for some good jokes. That was Jack quality there.
That's probably why Jack laughed off to the side.
Jack thought that one was hilarious. You're going to see Lacefield picks up 2 with the Vesper from behind. H2K just desperately trying to get a 1-point play. It's going to be Aqua picking up 2 with the Scythe.
Here it is, Felony. I'm on my feet for you, buddy. You can do it.
He's going to get it off. That one is so...
Yes!
That
deep
one
one.
looked like it had no
The
chance
deep
to go
one.
in. It was all the way to the right.
As Angel's in the outfield, he had a little bit of assistance there from up above, but he's able to put it through. They're trying to play for control, play for overtime here. They've got L locked down. The shot's coming in, not able to win it. Drone in a, well, I mean, basically by spawn. I guess it's in a pretty good position from Elevate because you can grab it to get around this corner. You might be able to nail a one-point shot. This is almost exactly what I was saying. You get it, Nell, you get through, and now it might be Dunk City coming in. No, he hit the post! He doesn't actually get the dunk. This is going to give them an opportunity maybe to tie this up now as they close out their base. Aqua might be able to disrupt everything, though, as he's pushed across mid-map, but now you've got 2 down, and you only need a one-pointer. That should have been a dunk. That piece of wood, just, he headbutted it.
Yeah, that was a pulse.
Pole?
It has a
Wood?
name. Yeah, and it's going to be Remy picking up one. Lacefield's going to get another. It's going to be Legal throwing the drone ahead. It's going to be Lacefield coming out of barn. He's able to pick it up. And let's see if there's anyone set up in mid-map. It's going to be Fears with the scythe. It's going to be Felony picking up the drone. Oh, no, he's going to get shut down. And can the drone go in the hands of Elevate? It does. And this one could end up
over the
being
top,
scored
baby.
by Remy.
Get it up,
He
this
gets
is
it up.
it. No! Oh, man. I was ready for that to go in.
Yeah, that was kind of
I
cool.
was very, very excited for that to go in. It did not go in. Tie game. We've got OT, baby.
Yeah.
Oh, that's hard when you're taking a Vesper to the groin to get that shot off in the closing moments. Not able to put it through.
Yeah,
Not the easiest of shots. Not the easiest of shots.
No. No,
All
it's
right.
not.
It's overtime. Who do you want to go on with?
Somebody's got to hit a one-point throw. Come on. I mean, how many have we seen not go in? The only one who's knocked it down is somebody who's not in the league as a starter. I think we're going to see.
Yeah.
Felony, pick up, kill in the middle of the map there. It's going to be Fierce taking out Remy as well. Sento needs to pick up some kills there. It's Felony again with another big kill, and now you see the drone
Felony,
push
you
up
made
the
the
map.
tying one-pointer. You made it.
He's going to get into Grandma. He's going to have one player to beat here low. Just get the one-point throw off. He's not going to be able to do so.
Nope.
I don't really fault him for that as well. I mean, he needs to get through the doorway to even make that possible. He had no option.
Unless you can't skip it like a rock and bounce it off the floor and up and in. That would be interesting, but not an option unless you're throwing from distance. Now it's Remy pushing trackside. He's got a couple players stacked here as they're trying to fly through. It's going to get traded out, but nothing going from trackside. It's going to be a change of possession here as Felony is now going to get control, and they're going to take a chance to push tracks as Felony obliterates Vicento there on the wall run. Somebody's got to pick this up. They've got a good opportunity. You see them rotating back for defense here. Do they get there in time? The one-point shot is open and good. 106.
It's a pretty quick time.
That was Felony again, right?
Yeah, Felony's had a fantastic series.
So he had the game time one-point toss from deep with his kinetic on the other side, and now he has the one-point toss here in OT. So that's a lot of time, though, right?
And he's 34 and 25.
Felony's been having one hell of a series.
No, he's had a fantastic series.
S&D was meh, but he had a pretty good hard point.
Yeah, the respawn's been good for him.
Yeah, they have. All right, now let's just watch Elevate through this one. They've got to do it. You see time ticking away. 60 seconds left. Can they put it through faster? They're playing for mid-map, trying to get a couple kills. Who's going to be able to get the opening break? It's Remy flying forward, tagged up from truck, and who is it? None other than Felony picking up the two-piece. Aqua all by himself now. The drone's coming forward. Fears wants to close things out. He'll get to back window. This might be all she wrote, but the tosses knock it off. This is going to give one more chance of possession, I think, with just over 35 to go. They've got another chance to strike. What route are they going to opt to take?
Well, I think you're just going to need to focus on your teammates picking up some kills here, and then that kind of determines what route you're going to go with. And it's Vicento taking out one in the middle of the map. Remy really doesn't have a great option here. He's going to reset some armor. Now he's going to have to try and pick up a kill outside a small door. They only need a one-point play, so there's still a lot of time on the clock, and I think that might be it. You see a few players drop from Elevate. Lacefield flying through with the Vesper, picking up two more. The drone in the hands of Lacefield. He's going around to the back of barn, and he should be able to seal this one with a one-point throw. And it's going to be H2K taking map number 3. Sudden death overtime. They're able to win the uplink.
That's Felony kind of being Mr. Clutch, right?
Yeah.
You get the game-tying shot. You get the game-winning shot. And how important that break in uplink there in overtime for Elevate is everything. I mean, that opening break is, if you can get 2 kills, you're usually getting a one-point shot. Felony, that two-piece mid-map, it didn't end things, but it certainly slowed them down in a big way.
He was a monster during this game. I mean, he goes 38 and 27. He hits most of his one-point throws, which, quite frankly, nobody else in the lobby was doing.
No.
And they were missing by, like, a decent amount.
Yeah, it wasn't.
No, they were. The shots weren't very close. Like they weren't anywhere near the goal.
Well, I mean that should have and could have been more of a blowout from H2K if you're just looking at the control they had early in the second side with all those 1-point tosses.
Without a doubt, I think this could have been like a 3-4 point win for H2K.
Yeah, by blowout maybe not the right word, but they should have had a pretty big lead. I would say.
Yeah, they should have had a 2-possession lead.
Yeah,
let's say.
Couldn't agree with you more. We're going to take a look in a moment here at the scoreboard so you can see the breakdown here for the players through our Game 3 uplink on Fringe. The standout player that you see right now, when you talk about slang, when you talk about the clutch shots, Felony, 38 and 27. He just had those 2 scores, but they were the 2 that really mattered when it came down to the wire.
Yeah, knocks down those 2 important shots. Lacefield actually hits the one at the end. He has 3. Felony, 38-27. We talked about him on the side of H2K. On the side of Elevate, we can talk about, I know Aqua goes 27 and 26. Standout performer for them.
Absolutely was. Want to hear what our guys of the analysis couch, what was their take from that epic Game 3? Courage, Revan, take it away, boys.
H2K. They figured something out with Felony on their team. They're looking pretty darn solid. Felony with a big game there. Revan, you and I were kind of shaking our heads.
That was an exciting game.
Yeah, very exciting for one, but you were not happy with how Elevate played that double overtime.
I mean, not only that, but also it's kind of like H2K made so many mistakes that it really felt like it was Elevate's game to win. I mean, you get some misuse of the specialists, with Heatwave there, as well as some of the camo plays that H2K made towards the end of regulation. But there are certainly moments in time where Elevate could have really picked up the pace and kind of ran away with the game, but unfortunately they just weren't able to make the kills happen. And, of course, the player you got to point out is Felony. He's really the reason why H2K win that match.
Yeah, you see Elevate wind up going up 5-0 early on in that game. They go into the half. They're looking pretty solid. I think we do have a replay from earlier on in this one where we can take a look at kind of how it wound up developing. I mean, Elevate, normally known as a team that has some of the best uplink gameplay, here just looked kind of flat. Here's a look at one of their earlier on attempts at going in for a score. Aqua gets that first point on the board. But then you mentioned Felony just started to turn things up. What was going so right for him in that map?
Well, he was just slaying, right? Anytime you have a game mode with the respawn delay, the kills become a bit more important. With a game mode like Hardpoint, there are some useless kills you can get on the map because you just spawn up right away and you're able to flood it. Not the case with Uplink. Yeah. What worked well for Elevate is every time they were able to get a setup going and they had control of the H2K spawns, that's when they were able to control. Every other moment, it was a little rough for them. And it especially stings for Elevate because H2K, they're a team that easily could have ran away with this game had they hit their 1-pointers.
Oh, they most certainly could have. That's what Mr. X was talking about on the casting desk. Now, here's a look at a replay a little bit later on in the game. This is when things began to kind of develop on the map. You saw H2K begin to show some life in this one. Felony, once again, moving right on up. This is when he was on that 5 streak, using that kinetic armor. They go in for this push at the final moments of this game. There's the dunk, the first points that get him on the board, and they wind up really not looking back from there as the game goes on.
I mean, look, like you were saying, going into the half, Elevate, they had 5 points. They finished with, a total of 6?
Yep.
So within 5 minutes of the second half, they only get 1 point. I think H2K get around, 3 or 4 regardless. This was also a key play where Nagafin misses the dunk. That pull wound up hurting him in the end. If they get that extra point from the dunk,
well, that was the point I was going to bring up. You saw how close that 1-point toss even was for going in. If they don't get that, if they get that dunk, I think that game's over. Elevate, win it by 1. Instead,